The next OAuth2 grant type is resource owner's credential grant type. We also call it the password grant type. In password grant type, the client application, together with its client identifier and secret, sends the user's username and password in the exchange for an access token. Instead of user having to log in and approve the authorization request in some web interface, as in the authorization code grant flow, here the user may enter his username and password in the client application UI directly. The resource owner password credential grant type is suitable in case where the resource owner has a trust relationship with the client application. The authorization server should take special care when enabling this grant type and only allow it when other flows are not viable. This flow is good for the client application that are migrating to OAuth2 and previously used some other form of API authentication, most commonly HTTP basic or digest. From the user's perspective, the client application may look and behave the same, but instead of transmitting the username and password to authenticate every request made to the API, it will do that only once in the beginning in order to obtain access token and use access token in later request. Resource owner credential grant type has few characteristics. So let's see what are those. So first is used in confidential clients. As we discussed earlier, the clients who can store the credentials securely are called confidential client. Uses the username and password of the resource owner. So keep in mind, here it uses the username and password of the end user, that is the resource owner. The next is the flow is not redirection based. It takes only a request from the client application to the authorization server, and the user is not being redirected between the interfaces to authorize the request. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.